Good day, everyone.
I am
I am Allan Catalan Jr., a Bachelor of Physical Education student.
And I am Arvin A. Andacao, the program head of the Bachelor of Physical Education of the Davao Oriental State University, Philippines. And we are here to present our research critique on reasons behind students' lack of participation in school activities, a quantitative study. The rationale of the study is all about the lack of student participation in school activities, and that is remain a significant challenge that affects student engagement, learning outcome, and personal development. Understanding the underlying reasons for this disengagement is essential for educators and school administrators to implement effective strategies that foster inclusivity and active involvement. This study emphasizes the importance of identifying barriers to participation as a means to enhance the overall school experience. By addressing these issues, schools can create a more vibrant, engaging, and supportive learning environment that cultivates student engagement and a stronger sense of belonging. Hence, the objectives of the study. First, examine students' demographic profiles, specifically their age, sex, and grade level. Second, identify the reasons behind students' lack of participation in school activities in terms of interest and judgment. Third, determine the significant difference between participation barriers across various demographic profiles. Lastly, propose the development of an intervention program to promote greater student involvement in school activities. The methods of the study is quantitative research design. A total of 368 high school students as participants of the study from Balete National High School, Surigao del Norte, Philippines. The researchers employed purposive sampling method with 191 obtained samples. They utilized researcher-made survey questionnaire and statistical treatment where frequency distribution, mean, standard deviation, one-way ANOVA, and independent t-test. They also follow the research ethics in the conduct of the study.
The findings, demographic profiles, specifically their age, a majority participants were age 15 to 17, and the female were the superior. For the grade level, they had most participants. The grade 12 was the most participants, followed by the grade 10, grade 9 and grade 11, and the grade 7 and grade 8. The reasons behind lack of participation in school activities in terms of interest and judgment. Most respondents participate regularly in school activities while occasionally with a count of 38, and lastly is the rarely or never with 36 counts. And for in terms of interest, the types of school activities, the students are most interested in sports, and also second is the arts and music with 37 counts. And the third one is social events with 20 counts. And lastly, the clubs and organizations, as well as the academic and competitions, both 13 counts. And in terms of the judgment, the reasons for lack of participations with a total mean of 2.00 and with the standard deviations of 1.273 were agreed. Though related of the interest skills alignment, confidence, fear of judgment, time constraints, information accessibility, and the social support. For a significant difference between the participations barriers across various demographic variables, the grade level with the p-value of 0.003 is significant and reject the null hypothesis. And for both age and sex, with the age of p-value of 0.251 is not significant, and for sex 0.172 the p-value and that's significant, they should do not reject the null hypothesis. And for the intervention plan, first is the targeting factors identified as the significant with the grade level specific interventions for junior high school grades 7 to grade 10 and senior high school grade 11 to grade 12. Second, the school-wide interventions through promotions of diverse activities, peer support, and encouragement. And the third one, addressing common barriers through confidence building and fear management, information accessibility. The fourth one, evaluation and feedback through continuous evaluation and monitoring and support. And lastly, the long-term sustainability with integrations into school culture, partnership and community involvement, and evaluation of intervention. Thus, the conclusion of this study, majority of participants were 15 to 17 ages, dominated by females, and grade 12 was the greatest number of participants. The findings highlight the varying levels of student participation in school activities, with sports being the most favored. Critical barriers included lack of interest, skill mismatches, low confidence, fear of negative judgment, time limitations, inadequate information, and limited support systems. While age and sex did not significantly influence participation, grade level showed notable differences in perceived challenges. The study offers several applications, including the need for diverse activity offerings, confidence building, measures, improved communication strategies, grade level specific support, and continuous evaluation of implemented interventions to ensure effectiveness. And our critique of this study, the research successfully identifies key barriers to student participation and suggests appropriate interventions. However, several limitations were noted. The introduction and rationale would benefit from inclusions of empirical and up-to-date references to enhance relevance, timeliness, and credibility. Citing current literature and issues helps to scaffold new trends, highlight research gaps, and align the study with contemporary knowledge, leading to more informed conclusions. The study must focus on a single school limits the generalizability of its findings. Expanding the sample to include multiple schools would improve applicability. The quantitative method employed aligns more closely with a descriptive research design. Given the data were collected through a survey, it is important to report on its validation and reliability to ensure internal consistency. While the recommended interventions are relevant, they lack specific implementation details, making their practical impact difficult to assess. Moreover, external factors such as socioeconomic status, school policies, and family influence were not considered, although they could significantly affect student participation. Lastly, incorporating qualitative approaches such as interviews or focus groups would provide deeper insights into students' motivations and challenges, thereby supporting and enriching the research findings. And this is our references for our research critique. And thank you.